I recently pulled Nebula on the MK418, and that got me thinking, what is the best skin I have for every weapon? I was a little torn between Cyberdev and Nebula, but at the end of the day, I think I'm going to have to go with Nebula, just because it's a little bit more highly coveted. On the APC-9 Pro, I definitely give that title to LMK's skin. I love the art style, and I love that I can see it in-game on a gun that I like. Next up, we have the MR96, and it's a recent addition to the game. However, I think Gordig is great as a holiday seasonal skin. Next up, we have the AK303N. I'd give this one easily to Warplane for the vibes and style alone. I unfortunately don't have anything too interesting for the Vityaz, however, I'm a big fan of pink, so Frisky has to be my pick here. And now a blast from the past on the M2 rifle. To me, Pixie Vintage looks sorta like something you'd find out of an old Call of Duty game. The UMP45 has some amazing skins, but I'll have to give this one to LMK again for the artistic style. I absolutely love every little detail. For the G28Z, I'm gonna have to go with Labrat. It's very simple, however, the small patterns and details really make it pop. The Grot B was rather tough, however, I'm gonna have to go with Dreamsicle. I absolutely love this entire set of weapons, however, the Grot B is definitely my favorite. Next up we have the STF-12, and I am a massive fan of Officer. This one was rather difficult to choose, as I also had Insect, and I think that looks really nice. But at the end of the day, the Officer loves what gets me. On the Vector 45, we have a fan favorite set of skins, Rhyme. It's rather simple, but I think it fits with the futuristic look of the Vector and Veil. On the AK-12, I truly think that title goes to Hydrochloric. It's an amazing skin with a bunch of detail, and the blue mag really helps it pop. On the Scar, this one was rather easy, but I ended up giving it to Pearl. Pearl is an amazing skin on all weapons, no matter which one, but this one has a special place in my heart. On the G17, we have Obsidian. I didn't ever think I'd have this as one of my favorites, however, with the shader updates of 1.7.15, I think this skin really decided to shine. On the PL14, we have my first dev skin that's near and dear to my heart, Lear, who gave it to me completely out of nowhere by surprise. On the PM9, we have another recent addition, the Trickshot Treats PM9 Artisan skin made by MOT. The emissive lighting makes it really stand out. On the MK23, I'm going to have to give the title to Damascus. It's rather sleek and almost unnoticeable from afar. However, I love the way it looks. On the NXS Hammer, we have Plastic. It's rather simple, however, I always loved the aesthetic of toy guns in video games. On the Deagle, we have plain and simple maxed out gold. Nothing too particularly special, but I personally think it's the best one I own. I don't have too many Rayab skins, however, I definitely think the Tropical set is easily my best. For Colonist, I'd have to say my favorite body is the Sanitas body, my favorite head is Smiley, and my favorite hands are Rhyme, which is coincidentally what I have equipped. For knives, this one was a little tricky between this and Mesmer, however, I really think the VRML Season 3 knife really has those great colors that I love so much. So those are my favorite skins that I currently own in Veil VR. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let me know in the comments.